Other animals that have been killed by the squirrel are avian eggs, nestlings of killdeer, California quail, bobwhite quail, ring-necked pheasant, mourning dove.
They look cute and cuddly, but researchers at UC Davis say don't let appearances fool you. Scientists recently discovered California ground squirrels hunting, killing, and eating small rodents called voles.
Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about meat-eating squirrels in California. This is a study published by the Journal of Ethology that happened over a few years. Before we get into the story, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 550 subscribers. Thank you. A new study this year has recorded for the first time widespread behavior of California ground squirrels eating small mammals, specifically voles. Voles are small rodents that are relatives to hamsters. They are sometimes referred to as field mice. Can we bring some of those squirrels into the city? I know a few places that would want some rat-killing squirrels. I mean, at this point, squirrels are like the untapped pest control solution. Why hire an exterminator when you can get a tiny, furry hitman?
What a squirrel, he's got the country in a whirl. What's his name? Shh, secret squirrel.
The research team from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire and the University of California, Davis found that California ground squirrels actively hunt, kill, and eat these voles. These kind of squirrel has previously thought to eat mostly nuts and grains, but the study suggests that this type of squirrel is more of a so-called opportunistic omnivore, and hunting may be a bigger part of its normal behavior. According to the journal, previous studies documented more occasional meat eating from squirrels, but that was limited to insect, eggs, and scavenging scraps from trapped fish and meat sources. Are they saying squirrels are evolving? They go from little trash bandits and scavengers to hunting? I also did not know squirrels ate eggs. That's something basically they're just flexitarians. They eat whatever is in their way. There are very few reports of direct killing of other adult animals, according to the study. The study revealed other previously undocumented social dynamics between squirrels and voles as well. Some interactions between the animals were positive, including foraging and greeting and playing. Other behaviors were competitive, characterized by chasing, physical pushing, pouncing, and biting. Voles recently have come to recognize squirrels as predators. Imagine one day you're just walking by and your friend giving them a handshake, and the next day they're literally trying to eat you. Like, come here, let me get a taste of that booty. Come here, let me get a taste of that booty.
I came looking for booty. Now, I tell you what, I like you, and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Can't trust anybody nowadays, bruh. Especially not these squirrels. Researchers were astounded when they first saw the video evidence. I could barely believe my eyes. Sonja Wild, a postdoctoral research fellow in the UC Davis Environmental Science and Policy Department, told the university. From then, we saw that behavior almost every day. Once we started looking, we saw it everywhere. The team recorded 74 events of adult ground squirrels hunting and eating voles over an 8-week span in the summer of 2024. This reminds me of when I was in college. I saw a type of bee or wasp tear apart a dead bird outside of my job.
This beehive is made of flesh, and this bee makes honey from meat. These are vulture bees, and like other bees, they have their beehives and produce honey. But instead of pollen, they collect meat from dead animals. They are like piranhas, but in the insect world.
So I believe a lot of animals out there are opportunistic omnivores, or as I mentioned before, flexitarians. Based on what I've seen in my life and the research, that's what I think. A lot of animals sometimes only eat what's available to them, and the study touches on that in a second. Results from the study, published in the Journal of Ethology, showed that squirrels' hunting activity peaked when vole population was the highest. The research team indicated that this could mean that the squirrels' hunting behavior was a response to a temporary increase in prey. So it seems like the squirrels go by what's more available, and it also sounds like they help keep the population of that kind of mice down so it doesn't overwhelm the environment, kind of like the circle of life, but through the lens of a squirrel. The journal calls this a dietary flexibility, which allows animals to respond adaptively to food pulses in the environment. I guess the food pulse was, hey, too many mice are breeding, we need to kill them. Other animals that have been killed by the squirrel are avian eggs, nestlings of killdeer, California quail, bobwhite quail, ring-necked pheasant, mourning dove, dark-eyed junco, and American robins. And lastly, they also eat domestic chicken eggs. So if you're in California and you have domestic chickens, watch out. These squirrels are coming for your chicken eggs and maybe even your chicken eventually. Observed it consuming, not directly killing, young desert cottontails, adult pocket gophers, and kangaroo rats. Bro, these squirrels are on a fucking rampage. Squirrels are also recorded fighting over voles that had been hunted. So they're fighting for their food just like other animals are doing. Researchers are still trying to figure out if California ground squirrels are genetically predisposed to engage in hunting behavior when the opportunity presents itself, or if the hunting is a learned behavior. Protein is a limited yet necessary resource for squirrels to thrive, and hunting voles likely provides them with a faster, more accessible nutrient boost than seeds. So that's what I meant earlier by they need another resource, because maybe they're not finding it in their plants. They need to find more protein, and I guess this mouse is rich in protein.
Protein rocks.
Protein.
It's a wonderful way for the squirrels to capitalize on an abundant resource. That abundant resource is the voles. This study is part of a larger investigation into the behavioral ecology of California ground squirrels, spanning a 1,000 square meter area in Bryon's Regional Park in Contra Costa County, California. This research radically changes our perceptions of squirrels, one of the most familiar mammals in the world, said lead study author Jennifer Smith, associate professor of biology at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. In the face of human insults such as climate change and drought, these animals are resilient and have the potential to adapt to live in a changing world. Yeah, they're adapting from becoming plant eaters to becoming meat eaters. That's evolution for you. Squirrels are an important part of California ecosystems, and understanding whether food discovery is a socially transmitted trait in these populations could provide key insights into how other species will adjust to shifting environments. Are they saying other species are just gonna become meat eaters too? Imagine deer become meat eaters and all these other giraffes become meat eaters. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about the domino effect. Squirrels turning into predators is not the plot twist I ever saw coming. My last thoughts on this: who is paying for these kind of studies and why? How does this benefit human nature? Or do we just want to study animals just in the name of science? That's a bit different. What are your thoughts on the meat-eating squirrels? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.